48. Starting 14th will be Colin Mize with the 81. Starting 15th, Daniel Armstrong with the 96. Your 16th starter is Daniel Simmons with the 06. 17th starter is Cole Platt with the 44. Starting 18th, the 471 of Doug Sturley. Starting 19th, TJ Reed with the 180. Starting 20th is Andy Arledson with a 9. 21st starter, the 07 of Austin Banker. 22nd starter, Bailey Cardwell with the 7. 23rd starter, James Emery with the 11. Starting 24th, Tom Shemp with the 00. Starting 25th, Zach Conway with the 18. Your 26th and final scheduled starter, Scott Donati with the number 26. In the pit area, final call. In the pit area, final call. Junior 1 points feature. Final call. Junior 1 points feature to the grid. Final call. Junior 1 points feature to the grid. First call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid. First call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to welcome to those of you watching the WKA Facebook page as well as the Pit Road TV Facebook page, as we'll bring you the first 4 features here live on Facebook and on pitroad.tv. We are green for this 10-lap clone medium feature event. And it's Colby Horner with the 811 who will gap out by about a car length as they work down through turns 3 and 4. Austin Yarborough tucked in behind in the number 2 spot. He'll look down to the inside as they head down into turns 1 and 2. Steven Adams rolling along in 3rd. The 505 of Bryson Duncan in 4th. And 5th is downtown Dylan Brown. So the top 5 cars tried to break away there. You'll see the draft in place here at Daytona with these long straightaways and sweeping corners on this flat racing surface here at the World Center of Racing. As we watch some action further back in the pack, Jamie Knopf with the 48 making a move down to the inside of Cam Boyd's 19. That'll move him up into the number 9 position as we have completed now lap 3 of the 10-lap distance. Front of the field is still Colby Horner by a couple of car lengths over the 40 of Austin Yarborough, followed by Adams, Duncan, and Scruggs as your top 5 as they work their way back down off turn number 4. The 26 car is about to go a lap down. That's Scott Donati with the number 26, who is about a little distance in front of the leaders, as we've got a mix-up here back where the Mize number 19, or the Cam Boyd number 19 is, as we've got one car shuffled to the outside, losing several spots here as they come off turn 4, 3 wide here in mid-pack, and they'll even it up as they head down into turns 1 and 2. So coming around, we will complete lap number 6. 4 laps left to go in this first feature event. Colby Horner continues to lead from Austin Yarborough in second. The gap is only about 3 kart lengths, followed by Steven Adams in third. Then it's a little gap further back to Duncan in fourth and Scruggs in fifth. So right now, 3 cars breaking away at the front of the field as we complete lap number 7. 3 laps left to go here in this feature event for Clone Medium. So they'll head down the backstretch. We watch a battle for position a little bit further back. That is Shea Chavis with the 86 moving into the top 5 now as it gets in front of the 52 of Jason Scruggs. And we have 2 laps left to go here in this Clone Medium feature event. White flag will be waving this time at the front of the field. It is Colby Horner who is hanging on by about 0.4 of a second over Austin Yarborough, and then about another 0.4 of a second back to Steven Adams as the white flag waves over the field. Back down through turn number 2 and down the backstretch here for the final time. They'll roll down into turns 3 and 4. Yarborough getting by one of the slower cars here as they come off the corner. That is Colby Horner, and he will take the checkered flag and the win over Yarborough and Adams. Chavis comes in 4th, followed by Jason Scruggs in 5th. 6th spot will go to Jamie Knopf, 7th to Cam Boyd. Bryson Duncan finishes 8th. Devin Morgan with the 12 and 9th. Justin McDonald with the 24 rounds out your top 10. So again, it's Horner, Yarborough, Adams, Chavis, and Scruggs, your top 5 followed by Canop, Boyd, Duncan, Morgan, and McDonald as the first feature event in the book here for the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championship, part of the Maxxis WKA Speedway Dirt Series. And again, for those of you watching on Pit Row TV's Facebook page and also on the Facebook page for WKA, some congratulations here from, looks like Aaron Bowman saying, after the year Horner has had, he has worked hard for this. Congratulations to him. And again, Colby Horner filling in for Blake Cisneros, who was originally scheduled to be driving the number 811 machine, but Horner driving in relief of him. So that is a good win for Blake Cisneros. And again, you can interact with us on Twitter at Pit Road TV. Use the hashtag Daytona Kart Week. We have 3 more races that we will be bringing to you live on the Facebook pages. Then we'll be switching over for Victor Weed at Weeder Wheat at Pit Road TV, hashtag Daytona Kart Week. Let's go racing, which we are about to do now with the Junior 1 points feature event. This will be 10 laps in distance. Second call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid. Second call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid. Second call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid. Here's a rundown for the Junior 1 points feature. Top qualifier was Jaden Cordell with the 317. He'll start first, starting second, Brody Bayer with a 2. Starting third, Carly Bennett's 10. Fourth starter, Bradley Carter's 151. Starting fifth, Ronnie Hurd's 100. Starting sixth, Jake Nolan with a 33. Seventh starter will be the 51 of Camden Harp. Eighth starter, Cruz Madison with the 05. Ninth starter, the 18X of Colton Jordan. 10th starter, the 21L of Cooper Kelly. Starting 11th, Trey Ford with the 8th. Starting 12th, Matthew LaPrade with the 18. 13th starter, Lane Woods with the 96. 14th starter, Riker Ridley with the 81. 15th starter, Wesley Sweatman with the 09W. 16th starter, Mason Smith with the 26. 17th starter, Kyler Bronson with the 40. 18th starter, Cannon West with the 00. 19th starter is Easton May with the 21. Andrew Ort with the 22 is your 20th and final starter as the top 20 locked in from qualifying. So looks like we'll be ready to go green next time around. Final call, Junior 3 points feature. Final call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid, and first call, Senior Champ. Final call, Junior 3 points feature to the grid. First call, Senior Champ feature to the grid, please. So again, 10 laps with a 10-minute time limit for the racers here in Junior 1, running restrictor plates on the Clone Motors. These drivers in the 8 to 10-year-old age group bring it around to the starting point off turn 4. Green flag waves, and we are underway here in the Junior 1 points feature event. Some side-by-side racing early on, and one kart going around and a second kart joining them up there in turns 1 and 2. Yellow flag will wave. So again, it will be an original lineup on the restarts when no laps are complete. With WKA Racing, we do go back to the last completed lap. We'll get a quick look at a replay here as they head up into turns 1 and 2. You had side-by-side racing, and the kart on the inside was the one that slid around and spun. We'll get another look at it here in slow motion. Top 6 cars were all good. 7th place car got the left side tires right down to the edge of the rubber lane. That's a black line you see around the racetrack. He went around. Looks like he tagged the 5 car, and the 5 car spun to the outside as well. So the yellow flag waving, and we'll get the field lined back up. The time limit, by the way, on these races does not start until the first green flag waves. In the event that there is a red flag situation, the time clock is frozen and does not start again until we go back to green flag racing. So it looks like we are ready to get back to green. We'll try to start one more time as they come back down here off turn number 4. Green flag back in the air, back underway in this 10-lap Junior 1 points feature. Everybody nose to tail as they work through turns 1 and 2. We've got one car sideways and saves it at the back of the field. We've got some tires and a couple of things bumped around as they'll come around here off turn number 4. We've got a battle for the race lead, but the yellow flag will wave before we can get the first lap completed. And the car in trouble is the 00. That is Cannon West. And he will look over his shoulder here to look to drop into the field. So Cannon West with a 00 spinning around over in turns 1 and 2. And from DJ Powell, DJ Powell. Much appreciated. And Angela Ryan saying, watch some hashtag Daytona Kart Week and cheer on our fellow kart racers on Pit Road TV. And again, if you want to tweet us at Pit Road TV, use the hashtag Daytona Kart Week. So under caution here at the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championships, part of the Maxxis WKA Speedway Dirt Series. A little later on in the broadcast, we'll give you a little more information on some of the upcoming events for the Maxxis WKA Speedway Dirt Series presented by Summit Racing Equipment that'll be happening throughout the 2021 racing season. This is round number 1 being contested here at MC Motorsports Daytona Kart Week. So the drivers being realigned into restart positions as we try to get a lap in the books here once again in this Junior 1 points feature event. Again, the points races are 10 laps in distance. Warm-up features are 15 laps in distance. Pro classes are 20 laps in distance here tonight at the World Center of Racing. Field coming around here off turn number 4. We do get the green flag. Let's see if we can get lap 1 in the books as Jaden Cordell charges down into turns 1 and 2. We're going to switch them up second, third, fourth, fifth. Big mix up off turn number 2. Train coming through there. Looks like that might have been the 100 of Ronnie Hurd that was able to sneak up there a couple of spots on the takeoff as they'll come off 4 here at the end of lap number 1. And yeah, that is Ronnie Hurd who has jumped up into the number 2 spot and is about to lose it to Bradley Carter with the 151 as Carter slips down to the inside. You can see the draft in effect here as the driver's trying to go nose to tail, and trouble up into the edge of the racetrack goes the 100 of Hurd. We've got 1 or 2 other cars involved. Looks like we will stay green as that one car is at the top of the racetrack and out of harm's way, so we will stay green as they come around turn 4. Jaden Cordell is the race leader as we complete lap number 3, and he has opened up a good gap over Bradley Carter of about 1.2 seconds. Then it's about 2.1 seconds back of the leader where we find Jake Nolan in third. Right now, fourth is Cruz Madison, followed by the 18 of Colin Jordan and the 96 of Lane Woods. They are 4th, 5th, and 6th as they battle into turns 3 and 4. Inside lane open just for a moment for Woods as we come to the conclusion of lap 4, 1 lap shy of the halfway point. Second call for the senior champ feature to the grid, please. Second call, senior champ feature to the grid. Second call, senior champ feature to the grid, please. Working our way around, there's the cross flags. We are halfway through in this Junior 1 points feature event. A big gap of 1.7 seconds for race leader Jaden Cordell there in the red 317 over the 151 of Bradley Carter. Jake Nolan, who is running third, has gone purple, set the fastest lap of the race, but we have a yellow flag waving. Yellow flag is waving. So the caution coming out, and we will stay on lap number 5 as we had a car in trouble, looks like on the inside of turn 3. That is again the Cannon West 00. That'll be the second charged caution on the West 00 machine. As his car stalled out. So they pull a recoil and he is down and away. And we'll join up at the back of the field. So 5 laps complete. This will erase that big gap of almost 2 seconds for Jaden Cordell over Bradley Carter and Jake Nolan. Cruz Madison currently 4th, Camden Harp 5th. Colton Jordan 6th, Lane Wood 7th. Cooper Kelly is 8th. 9th is Trey Ford, and 10th is Riker Ridley. So they are your unofficial top 10 right now in this Junior 1 points feature here on day number 1 of the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championship, part of the Maxxis WKA Speedway Dirt Series. So the 00 of West will join up at the tail of the field. We'll anticipate the green flag as they come down here off turn number 4. So we'll see if Cordell can get that breakaway again, or if we can get the draft working here as they come down off turn number 4. Green flag back in the air, and we are back underway in our Junior 1 points feature event. Cordell leads the line down into turns 1 and 2. One car pumps up off the back of another and goes way high and spins to the top. Two other cars in trouble on the inside of the backstretch. Both cars looping around on the inside, and they'll make their way down off turn number 4 with Cordell again, the holder of a big lead now. Cruz Madison is second. Lane Woods is third. Camden Hart fourth. Cooper Kelly in fifth. Shuffle the deck around a little bit there for those second, third, and fourth spots, as it looks like Madison tucking in there as they go into turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag will wave once again as we've got a car in the middle of the track in turns 1 and 2. That car not able to fire. Looks like that is the... Try to get a better look at the number here as that car turns around. Looks like that is the number 10 of Carly Bennett. Bennett was running in 12th when the spin happened. All right, some of the other replies coming in here on Facebook. Matt Bernard, what's the temperature here? Hang on a second. I will get you that information. It's probably not as warm as you think. Peanut Sheldon, love watching this. Thanks. And Matt Hottie saying, come on, check. By the way, air temperature here at Daytona is 61 degrees. And it looks like we are going to go red here. So not sure what the issue is. Oh, boy, we got trouble here on the front stretch as some of the drivers not keeping an eye out for the red flag and may have had a stuck throttle there for one of the competitors, but we are under a red flag situation here in this Junior 1 points feature event as we had contact between a couple of cars here as the red flag was waving. So, again, if you want to interact with us here on Facebook, we much appreciate it. And also, you can get in touch with us via Twitter. Again, at Pit Road TV, hashtag Daytona Kart Week. I want to give a shout out to one of our longtime WKA officials, Carl Everett. Carl saying, watch it on Pit Road, miss you guys. Yeah, we miss you too, Carl, and thanks for checking in. Much appreciated. So again, we are under a red. That means that the clock is frozen. So the time limit will not run here under a red flag situation. Officials taking care of the situation on the front stretch at the moment. So again, Jaden Cordell is being shown as the race leader with 6 laps completed, as they are again checking on the driver that had some contact here on the front stretch. And you can see a whole front nose piece laying down on the inside of the front stretch here as well. So while we've got a quiet moment here, it'll give me an opportunity to let those of you watching on Pit Road TV know what the remaining schedule for the WKA Maxxis Speedway Dirt Series looks like. This is round number 1 for this newly resurrected Speedway Dirt Series here at Daytona International Speedway with the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championships. Then we'll go to round number 2. That'll be the Charger Racing Chassis sponsored event at Iron City, South Carolina, racing on March 13th. That will be a one-day event at Iron City. Round number 3 will be at the Paradise Speedway in South Carolina with a one-day racing on May 15th. And then round 5, which will be the final round, will be the Grand Nationals, and that is going to be on a brand new racetrack so to speak. The old fifth mile that sits outside the racetrack at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, that asphalt track that was long time used for Legends Bandolero competition, that's being converted into a dirt track, and that is where the Grand Nationals will be held on September the 25th. There will also be a non-point event on the dirt track at Charlotte. Yep, on the big 4/10 dirt track that we've run out with WKA for the past couple of seasons. There'll be early evening races on April 16th, followed by another day of racing on April the 17th. And again, that will be contested on the dirt track at Charlotte. The Grand Nationals will be contested on the fifth mile that is being covered with clay at Charlotte Motor Speedway on September the 25th. So there's an update on what is going on as far as the Maxxis WKA Speedway Dirt Series. We mentioned MC Motorsports as our event sponsor here for the Daytona Dirt World Championships. We also would like to acknowledge our class sponsors while we've got a moment here. Avis Electric and Scotty Bayer is sponsoring Junior 1 Pro today. June Brothers and Tobaccoville, USA sponsoring Junior 2 Pro. Pink Magic Tire Prep and Simmons Racing Engine sponsoring Stock Heavy. Phantom Racing Chassis sponsoring All Pro. Ultramax Racing Chassis sponsoring Pro Super Heavy. And Dynocam sponsoring Junior 3 Pro. So again, red flag situation as we take care of a driver after an incident here on the front stretch. We are under red in this Junior 1 points feature event with 6 of 10 complete. And by the way, we can share good news that both drivers involved in the incident did walk away under their own power. Our excellent medical and fire staff here at Daytona International Speedway are going to check those drivers over, I'm sure, and take them back to the pit area. And on the outside of the speedway, of course, the Daytona Holiday Light Display is in full swing as we wish you all happy holiday season. Hope you had a great Christmas and Hanukkah, and wish you a happy New Year in advance here from the World Center of Racing. So the rundown of the top 10 at the red flag, Jaden Cordell leads here in Junior 1 points with the number 317. The 05 Cruz Madison is second. The 96 of Lane Woods is third. The 51 of Camden Harp is fourth. Fifth is the Cooper Kelly 21L. Sixth is Riker Ridley with the 81. Seventh is Trey Ford's eighth. Ronnie Hurd with the 100 is eighth. As Trey Ford is seventh with the 8 car. The ninth place runner is Kyler Bronkson's number 40. And the number 22 of Andrew Ort rounds out our top 10. So you can see the safety crew getting ready to exit the racing surface. As again, we thank our great staff here at Daytona International Speedway, our host venue for Daytona Kart Week, for again providing us with their top-notch medical and fire crews here each and every year. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, this is race number 2 of the 4 races that we are presenting on our Facebook feeds, both the Pit Road TV Facebook and the WKA Facebook pages. After that 4th race, when we get ready to go to the Rookie Red Plate points category, the remaining races will be live exclusively on pay-per-view at pitrow.tv. You can go ahead and order the action for today and tomorrow as we speak. Okay. And by the way, if you go ahead and pay that monthly subscription at pitrow.tv, you will not only get access to our coverage of MC Motorsports Daytona Kart Week, but that gives you access to the massive archives of all sorts of racing. The Pit Road TV covers everything from karts to dirt super late models and crate late models to asphalt late models to sprint cars, dirt and pavement, you name it. If it's on a racetrack somewhere, if it races somewhere, chances are it's on pitrow.tv. Heck, they even have archived the old Hooters Pro Cup series. I remember that from back in the day. Mario Goslin, I remember that name well as one of the top dogs. They came and visited up in our neck of the woods up in upstate New York many moons ago at the Chemung Speedrome. All right, so the field rolling once again here, back under the caution flag as we'll get ready for a restart. 6 laps complete, 4 laps remain, and we are about 8.5 minutes in on the time limit, so about a minute and a half of racing remains. Now, if the time limit expires under green, the next flag ends the race. If the time limit expires under caution, we go to a green-white checker finish. So the green flag coming back out, and we are back underway here in this Junior 1 points feature event. And again, Jaden Cordell has the lead. Battle for the number 2 spot. Lane Woods down to the inside. Will take the second spot from the Madison 05. Also looks like moving up Cooper Kelly with the number 21L as they all slide off turn number 4. And again, the yellow flag waves. This has got to be frustrating for our Junior 1 points racers. 2 cars involved in the incident in turn number 2. One of them will be the number 22. That is Andrew Ort, who was 10th on the restart. And the other car involved was Cannon West with the 00. So the 00 of Cannon West being involved in a third caution, that will do it for him, unfortunately. He will have to sit out the remainder of this race from the infield as the officials get up there to the 22 of Andrew Ort to try to get him refired as Cannon West out of the cart. They'll get that cart clear of the racing surface and down into the infield. All right, looks like we will line the field back up here on the front stretch. Again, we are on lap 6 of 10. The time limit has expired, so we will get a final restart, and then the next flag will end the race, I believe, is what our understanding is from race control and our WKA officials. So I'll attempt to get confirmation on that for you. But again, the field will be realigned. We'll have one final restart, and we'll see what happens from there. In the pit area, final call for the senior champ feature to the grid. Final call for the senior champ feature to the grid. First call for rookie red points. First call rookie red points feature to the grid. First call rookie red points. First call rookie red points to the grid for your feature. And final call for senior champ. Final call for senior champ and first call for rookie red points to the grid for your features. So again, 6 laps complete, and time limit has expired, so we will get one final restart here. And again, we have confirmation now for the WK officials that when the race restarts, this will be the final restart. Next flag will end the race. And they look like they're coming here, but the yellows are waving. As one cart stalled over there in turns 1 and 2, they've got to get that cart back in the line. And there is the cart that we're referring to there, just going through the frame in turn number 3. And you can also see we've got a hay bale out on the edge of the racing surface on the backstretch as well. So here they come around through turns 3 and 4. Final restart here in our Junior 1 points feature event. So next flag will end the race. If it's a caution, then that is it. Otherwise, it'll run through to its conclusion as they come off turn number 2. Looks like Cruz Madison had a little bit of a bobble. Lane Woods moves into second. Here comes Madison now on the white machine, moving up as they're shuffling big time here through the rest of the pack as we complete lap number 7. So 3 laps left to go. Battle for the lead off turn number 2. Down to the inside comes Lane Woods with a 96. Drag races the Cordell 317 into turn number 3, and Woods will take the lead. 2 laps left to go. So Woods getting a good restart, gapping out by a couple of car lengths here over the long-time race leader Jaden Cordell. Battle for the number 3 spot now. Down to the inside, Trey Ford will get to the inside of the Madison 05 and move up into the number 3 spot now as the white flag waves. And here comes Cordell trying to mount one last challenge at Woods as the final lap begins. They roll through turn number 2. Woods gets a better exit off the second corner, opens up several kart lengths as they head down the backstretch and towards turns 3 and 4. The checkers will wave. It is Lane Woods getting the win in the Junior 1 point feature. Jaden Cordell in for second. Trey Ford will finish in third. Fourth to Bradley Carter. Fifth to Cruz Madison. Riker Ridley finishes 6th. Camden Harp 7th. Ronnie Hurd 8th. Jake Nolan 9th. Kyler Bronson rounds out the top 10. So again, Woods, Cordell, Ford, Carter, and Madison are the top 5. Ridley, Harp, Hurd, Nolan, and Bronson finish in spots 6 through 10. That completes the Junior 1 points feature event. We'll be ready to move to the Junior 3. So our next class coming up will be our Junior 3 points feature that'll be coming on track. That'll be followed by Senior Champ. And following Senior Champ, those of you who want to watch the action here from day number 1 of the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championships will need to go ahead and get that monthly subscription at pitroad.tv, and that'll give you access to the remaining feature events for the evening, as well as we mentioned the extensive Pit Road TV archives, all available for you on demand anytime you want with the monthly subscription. So we are now ready to go with the Junior 3 points feature event as we start to roll the Junior 3 points feature out on track. And again, this event is 10 laps in distance. So let's give you the starting lineup here for this Junior 3 points feature. Landon Lewis with the 99 starts first. Starting second is the L48, that's Chubb Shockley. Starting third, Clayton Massengill with the M5. Starting fourth, TJ DeCaires 88. Starting fifth, the 64 of Ronnie Dawson. Seventh starter, Landon Huffman with the 77. Starting eighth, the 110 of Cody Ward. Starting ninth, the 10X of Jennifer Seawright. Starting 10th, Landon Sartain with the 187. 11th starter, Mason Lastro with the 24. Starting 12th, Bryce Nipper with the 105. Starting 13th, Connor Pate with the 7. 14th starter, Kaysen Sinclair with the 41. 15th starter is Chase Litchfield with the 45. 16th starter is Kinsey Golden with the 10. 17th starter, Tristan Jones, car 67. The 505 of Graydon Hall. The 4 of Christian Pitts. and the 60 of Sean English complete the 20-car field, 10 laps the distance. Junior 3 points feature event for the 12 to 15-year-olds is green. Good takeoff for the pack through turns 1 and 2. Couple of cars in the top 5 sideways. We're 3 wide coming off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Diving down there to the inside, Elijah Sewell with the 34. He's going to grab himself a couple of positions here and wind up third here at the end of lap number 1. So a good takeoff lap for him as Lewis leads from Shockley. Now a switch up in the number 2 spot. Looks like Sewell moving through into the number 2 spot, or actually falling back a little bit as you see him in frame going into turn number 3. And we've got one car around and headed up toward the hay bales in turn number 4. As they cross the line, it is still Lewis and Shockley, followed by Sewell. Ronnie Dawson with the 64, holding on to the number 4 spot. TJ DeCare with the 88 in 5th. And here comes DeCare off a little contact there with the Dawson 64. Gets it straightened down as we'll come around here for the conclusion of lap number 3. Couple of car lengths gap between Lewis and Shockley at the front of the field as they roll down through turns 1 and 2. 4th, 5th, and 6th now are Dawson, DeCare, and Landon Sartain. Then behind them is Mason Lastra up to 7th after starting outside the top 10 in car number 24, followed by Blayton Massengill in the M5. That's the blue cart, and then Connor Pate in the number 7. Top 3 start to tighten up a little bit here coming off turn number 2. We're going to be closing in on the halfway point this time in this Junior 3 points feature event as they roll through turns 3 and 4. Moving down to the inside here off turn number 4. That is Ronnie Dawson in the gray cart working down to the inside, and Dawson will bring DeCare along with them. They'll move up into the 3rd and 4th positions, and now DeCare trying to get a run to the inside of Dawson as they head down into turn number 3. He tucks back in line. Meanwhile, new leader coming off turn number 4. Shockley found the open door, got by Landon Lewis here with 4 to go. So Shockley takes the lead from Lewis. They're still shuffling around there through turns 1 and 2. Looks like Landon Sartain may be moving up a spot there as well with the gray machine as they come rolling down off turn number 4. We'll have 3 to go this time by. Again, a couple of car lengths advantage for Shockley over Lewis. Dawson tucked right in behind Lewis in 3rd with a 34 of Sewell. Little sideways in 1 and 2. Falls back about a cart length, and now you see the draft at work here as the 99 of Lewis and the 64 of Dawson trying to stay nose to tail as they come to the 2 to go signal, trying to draw in on race leader Chubb Shockley, and they have closed the gap appreciably now through turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Lewis falling out of line there just a little bit, telling the Dawson machine to get in line behind him, as does the 34 of Sewell as they come to the white flag. It's the money lap here in this Junior 1 points feature event as they go back into 1 and 2. Little bobble there for Dawson. He's going to fall back behind the number 34 of Sewell, who moves up into the final podium spot. And as they come down off turn number 4, Dawson trying to slide back in there off the corner. The win will go to Shockley. Lewis finishes 2nd. Sewell takes 3rd, followed by Dawson in 4th. TJ DeCare rounds out the top 5. 6th to Landon Sartain. 7th goes to Connor Pate. 8th to Blayton Massengill's M5. 9th to the Tristan Jones 67. And Mason Lastro with the 24 rounds out the top 10. So again, Shockley, Lewis, Sewell, Dawson, and DeCare the top 5. Sartain, Pate, Massengill, Jones, and Lastra round out the top 10 in our Junior 3 points feature. In the pit area, final call, rookie red plate feature to the grid. Final call, rookie red plate points feature to the grid. First call for Clone Heavy point feature to the grid. First call, Clone Heavy point feature to the grid. Again, first call, Clone Heavy point feature to the grid. All right, our senior champ feature will be coming out next, and this will be the final race with our live look-in on the Facebook pages. From this point forward, the only way you'll be able to watch is to make that subscription purchase at pitrow.tv after this senior champ race. And once again, Pit Row TV is a proud affiliate of the Speed Sport TV network. And if you're watching on Facebook right now, we would love to hear from you. If you want to comment where you're watching from and specific drivers that you're rooting for as we get the final race of our live look-in here from the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championships. This is feature number 4 of 24, plus a couple of consolation races that are on deck here this evening at the World Center of Racing. This is the senior champ feature. It's 10 laps. Austin Yarborough was your top qualifier with the 40. Starting second, Donnie Knoll's 29. Starting third, Cody Carlton's 94. Fourth starter, Austin Banker with the 07. Fifth starter, Roger Padgett's 447. Sixth starter, TJ Reed with the 180. Starting seventh, Jason Motes with the 144. Starting eighth, Chris Fayed with the 5. Starting ninth, Peyton Coleman's 105. Starting 10th, Peyton Carroll's 67. And looks like we've got one kart in trouble here in turns 3 and 4, as they're all trying to get themselves lined up here. Starting 11th is Brady Marshall's 14. Starting 12th, Timothy Seawright with the 65. Starting 13th, John Beadham's 27th. Starting 14th, the 777 of Will Ivey. 15th starter is Tyler Burnett with the 09. 16th starter, Henry Hopper's 51. 17th starter is Brooke Ramey with the 87. Megan Kunkel starts 18th with the 50. Devin Newman, your 19th starter with the 15. Donnie Large coming from 20th with the 44. Remainder of the starting field, John Wheelton starting 21st with the 26. Starting 22nd, Todd there, and got kicked back about 4 or 5 spots. And here comes Disco Donnie, and there goes Disco Donnie up into the lead. And also a shuffle as Motes gets ahead of Padgett and moves up into the number 3 spot as they head down the backstretch. They were 2 and 3 wide further back, and it's a 3-car train now at the front of the field as they'll come around to complete lap number 3. Now chasing the new leader, Donnie Knoll. Yarborough in second, loses that spot to Motes going into turns 1 and 2. Motes with a nice overtake there on the inside of turns 1 and 2. Cody Carlton is 4th. 5th spot is Padgett. Austin Banker is 6th. Those are the 6 cars in frame as they come off turn number 4, trying to form up a lead pack here, and now going back down to the inside in turn number 1. We've got another new leader. Motes now takes a turn at the front of the field as Donnie Knoll gets kicked back to the number 4 position as they roll into turns 3 and 4. So a little feeling out and shuffling process going on amongst these top 4, 5, or 6 cars. And every time one of them pulls out a line to make a pass, that allows drivers that are running in tandem or in a draft to get closer together. As you can see, a little distance now between 5th and 6th, Padgett and Banker. They're trying to hook up to get closer to those top 4 as there's a little bit of separation there. Off turn number 4, 6 of 15 complete. Back into turn number 1. Motes continues to hold the lead over Carlton. Knoll is now 3rd. Yarborough has fallen back to 4th. Battle for the lead going into turn 3, and not being able to make the move was Carlton with the number 94 machine, as Carlton tried really hard to get the lead, and now he's going to try again and gets him into turn number 1. Carlton finds a way by Motes. Motes trying to return the favor going into turns 3 and 4. Knoll with the number 29 will dive in there and fill the hole along with Yarborough as they come down to the halfway point. 8 down, 7 remain here in the senior champ feature, and business is picking up at the front of the field. Motes back up on the point. Knoll now pulls out a line, and trying to stay with them will be Carlton going into turn 3. A little wheel hop contact there, and that's going to allow, looks like, the Yarborough car to shoot through to second, and we've got 2 cars around here on the outside of turn number 4. Yellow flag will wave. A shuffle inside the top 5 as one of the cars goes around and collects up, it looks like the number 5 of Chris Fayed. Chris climbing out of the cart. Yarborough was the other cart involved in the incident. I don't know if he has a flat left rear tire or not. He drives away. Let's get a look on the replay. They went down into turn number 3. Yarborough hopped the wheel on the 144 of Motes. The 34, or the 94 of Carlton slides underneath him. And then the 5 of Fayed climbed up on the left rear of Yarborough. Those two hooked together and slid out the groove on the outside of turn 4. So kind of a chain reaction incident there. Yarborough with the number 40. Looks like he's hooking the belts back up here. Once again, this is the final race of our live look-in on Facebook. For those of you that are watching, the rest of the way, we are exclusively available at pitrow.tv. You can buy your subscription now at pitrow.tv. Some more folks checking in. Ralph from Tennessee, Dale from Lime Rock, Jeremy from Southern Ohio, Andy from Dillon, South Carolina, and David from Carteret County Speedway, North Carolina, checking in. Brian from Fort Bragg. Trey, who is the Beaver Creek Speedway flagman. Shout out to you, Trey. Hope your holiday's going well. Hoyt from Ohio. Stephen from Tampa Bay. Ethan from Georgia. All checking in, watching the action here this evening. So again, 8 of 15 complete. Watching from Edinburgh, Virginia, George Irvin. Thanks for the shout out on Twitter at Pit Road TV, hashtag Daytona Kart Week. Rooting for Colton Sanders again. That's a tweet from Caleb Hall. And Tyler Hargrove, second best seat in the house from North Alabama. Roll Tide, watching Austin Payne and Bailey Cardwell. So we've got to get the 40 of Yarborough to the tail of the field here for this restart, as he and the 5 of Fayette were the cars involved in the caution. In the pit area, this will serve as a final call for the Clone Heavy points feature to come to the grid. Final call for the Clone Heavy points feature to come to the grid. Final call, Clone Heavy points feature to the grid. Final call, Clone Heavy points feature to the grid. Rooting for friends Paget and Moats. That's from Jody Miller. We need to be in this race. That is from Chuck on Twitter. Getting the field stacked up here. Possible restart could be coming here through turns 3 and 4. And no, the officials say no. You might see some of the drivers waving their hands in the air here. They'll reform the line as they get up into turn number 1. Now, Jeff from Big Flats, New York, in the southern tier, where they had 40 inches of snow and then 2 inches of rain within the span of 72 hours. Haley from Matthews, Georgia, rooting for Colin Mize. Thanks for checking in on Twitter as well. All right, let's see if we get a green this time. Halfway through this senior champ feature event here at the MC Motorsports Daytona Dirt World Championships. Green will come, it looks like, next time. Dallas, Georgia, Scotty Speed Shop 42 checking in with us here. And a shout out of good luck to Brayson Riddle. That's from Joyce on Twitter. Brayson, one of our Junior 2 racers. All right, we are going to attempt to go green here. About halfway through the feature, halfway through the time limit as well. And here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag waves. And the pack works off turn number 2, working lap number 9 of 15 of this feature event. Couple of drivers trying to move up there. Looks like Peyton Coleman, TJ Reed, Devin Newman all trying to get in the mix here as they will follow the 144 Jason Moats off turn number 4 as we complete lap number 9. Donnie Nall in second, Cody Carlton in third. Your new 4th place car, Peyton Coleman there with the 105, and Will Ivey getting up into the top 5 now with the 777. With Newman knocking at his door, literally gave him the old chrome horn bumper tap as they came around turn 3 that time. 5 laps left to go. Moat sitting still at the front of the field right now. Nall thinking about pulling out a line, tucks back in. Carlton right there on Nall's back bumper doing the old Daytona bump draft as they come off turn number 4. Nall pulls down to the inside. Carlton tried to go with it for the slingshot move. Didn't quite work, and now here comes that 105 of Peyton Coleman. That's the car with the white snout in the 4th spot. Nall looking to the inside in turn number 3. Can't get Moats that time, but it looks like he is a little bit quicker as they come off turn number 4. He'll again pull to the inside. Carlton goes with them. Battle for the lead in turn 1. Nall takes over the top spot. Carlton will come through on Moats for the number 2 position and close right back up on Nall. And now it is a 6-7 car draft at the front of the field as we come to 2 laps to go this time by. Nall takes it back down into turns 1 and 2 with Carlton and Moats followed by the 105 of Coleman and the 777 of Will Ivy right there with them. Top three all tight into turn number 3. Carlton trying maybe to loosen up Donnie Knoll here. Coming off 4 as the white flag waves. Final lap into turn number 1. Top 3 stay the same. Knoll has a little bit of breathing space, and now Carlton is right there on him. He's going to go for the slingshot on the inside. Going into turn number 3, there's contact, and the third place car goes around. Here come the leaders off turn 4, and holding on for the win is going to be Cody Carlton. Carlton gets by Donnie Knoll, and then it was chaos behind them. As they came across the line, it looks like Peyton Coleman slid through for 3rd. Devin Newman 4th, TJ Reed 5th, Simmons Bryant 6th, Matt Taylor 7th, 8th to Roger Padgett, 9th Austin Banker, and Austin Yarborough coming back for 10th. And there it was, Moats made contact, went around in turn number 3 as Carlton made this winning move at the end of the backstretch, getting down to the inside of Knoll. It was a tight squeeze going into the corner. The 94 actually got the tire messed up his left front, knocked the camber out on the left front corner as Moats went around a couple other karts involved. And believe it or not, the winner of the feature event, Carlton, winds up winning the feature, ladies and gentlemen, by the scansest of margins. And again, he did it on 3 good wheels and 1 bad wheel. So for those of you on Facebook, thank you for joining us for this live look-in. We'll now be shifting exclusively to our subscription platform at pitroad.tv with the Rookie Red Points feature event coming up next. All right, next class coming out on track. This is the Rookie Red Points feature. It will be 8 laps in distance. All right, starting first in this one, Dylan Wise with the 18. Starting second, Jack Owens with the 9. Starting third, Smoke Corbett with the 8. Fourth starter is the Cruz Lopez 95. Fifth starter is Connor Light with the 2. Sixth starter, Raylan Morris with the 89. Seventh starter, Case Hockman